husband stole our IVF money to buy his friend a car. When I tell you my hands were shaking, I mean, I've never felt rage like that before. My husband and I have been trying to have a baby for years. Test after test, procedure after procedure. Nothing worked. So when we finally decided to go for IVF, I threw everything into it. Savings, overtime, even part of my dad's inheritance. I told myself, this is it. This is our chance. Now my husband, he's got this best friend. They've known each other since high school. The kind of bro friendship that never grew up. They play video games together, watch football together, drink every weekend. It's like they're glued at the hip. But I always thought, fine, whatever. Everyone needs friends. Until last week. I was checking our joint account just to make sure everything was ready for the next IVF payment. We've been saving for months. $11,000 sitting there ready to go. But when I opened the account, my stomach dropped. There was only 4. At first I thought it was a mistake. Maybe some automatic transfer, maybe a billing error. So I scrolled through the transactions, and there it was. $7,000 pulled out by him. I just sat there staring at the screen, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. When he got home, I didn't even try to stay calm. I said, "Where's the money?" He looked at me like I was overreacting. "Oh, that? Yeah, I lent it to Jake." I swear, my vision went blurry. "You what?" He shrugged. He's been having car trouble for months, babe. His old junk car finally gave out, and I figured I could help him get something decent. He would have done the same for me. I couldn't even find words. I just kept thinking about the injections, the appointments, the heartbreak of the last failed round, and how I had scraped together every dollar to try again. I said, "You gave him our IVF money? The money I saved?" And he goes, "It's fine. He'll pay it back soon. Don't worry. That's when I snapped. I told him to call his friend right now and get it back. He laughed, said I was being dramatic. So I picked up my phone and texted his friend myself. I said, "You have 24 hours to return the money or I'm going to the police." Not even 10 minutes later, I got a notification. $7,000 back in the account. And I thought, good, done, fixed. But then my husband came storming home. He slammed the door so hard the walls shook. He yelled, "You threatened Jake? Are you insane? You embarrassed me." I said, "You stole from me." He said, "It's our account." And I screamed back, "Then why is it my inheritance that disappeared? Why is it always my money keeping us afloat?" That's when he said it. The one sentence that made everything inside me go cold. He said, "You're the one with the fertility problem. I figured it's only fair you pay for it." I didn't even breathe for a second. I just stared at him because that wasn't just cruel. That was evil. All those nights he held me while I cried. All those promises that we were in this together. It was all bullshit. I said, "Get out." He tried to argue, but I didn't move, didn't blink. I just pointed at the door. And after a few seconds, he grabbed his keys and left. Guess where he went? Straight to Jake's. Now they're both calling me crazy, saying I overreacted, saying I treated them like criminals. But I keep replaying that moment in my head, the way he looked at me, like I was some burden he was tired of carrying. And I swear, in that silence after he walked out, when I was standing there with my phone still in my hand, the only thought running through my head was, he didn't just take my money, he took our future.